All right, everybody. The Texas Longhorns are in the college football playoff now. This is something that we've been waiting for a long time to say. We have not been in the national championship. We haven't been in a game of this magnitude since the year 2009. It has been a long time coming. 14 years. Really, 2010 was the last time. So, yeah, it'll be 14 years from the last time that we played in the national championship. We're not playing in the national championship yet. Key word on that. We'll find out how that goes. Got to play the games first. But the Texas Longhorns are in the college football playoff. And if you're wondering, Nash, why in the hell are you in a ski mask right now? This is because this energy that we've been rolling with. We had this energy versus Alabama. Some of y'all might pick up on this. I wore this shirt for the Oklahoma State week. All the Big 12 teams, any of the last teams, we last played West Virginia, we beat West Virginia. Oklahoma State, we beat them. Texas Tech beat them. TCU beat them. Baylor beat them. Iowa State beat them. Kansas beat them. You're kind of getting a picture of all the Big 12 teams that we've played with in the past years. We beat them all. We've walked away. We've left that loss in their mouth. Look, that sour taste, gonna have to live with it for the rest of their lives. Texas Longhorns also set a bunch of records on in the conference championship game on their way out. Gonna have to live with that for a while. The Texas Longhorns are in the college football playoff. We are the third team in the playoffs. It's time to celebrate. So if you like the video, drop a like on the video, subscribe to the channel, and then comment down below your thoughts on the Texas Longhorns being in the college football playoff. And we're gonna talk a little bit about this today. So let's just hop right on into it. Now, I wasn't going to have that damn thing on the whole video. It's too hot in here. It's too hot in here, right? But the Texas Longhorns, as you just saw, were the number 3rd ranked team. In case you have not seen, the Texas Longhorns will be going up against Washington in the Sugar Bowl inside New Orleans. This is going to be a crazy, crazy weekend for college football. You have New Year's Day. Texas, they're going to play, and thank God Texas is playing at 7:45 Eastern time, so 6:45 Central time. It is going to be the night. New Year's Eve is the night before the game in New Orleans. There are going to be a lot of hungover fans, whether they're from Washington or Texas. Texas should hold the advantage in the attendance area, just obviously being closer to New Orleans. Man, what a time to be alive! Even for somebody like me, who has been, I've said it multiple times that this is a team that has a national championship level defense, and it would be terrible to see if it goes to waste. We actually get to compete for a national championship now with this defense. I was sheepish at times, saying about the playoff hopes and the national championship hopes. Even a guy like me. We did it. We're here. I mean, there was a part of me that thought, Texas is going to do everything that they could, but that loss to Oklahoma is going to stand in the way. There was a small part of me that was growing bigger and bigger and bigger as the weeks go on. Now, this last week, I had a lot of confidence. I don't know why. And really, there should have been nothing, because the words that they said didn't mean anything on their website, because what they were telling us in the rankings is completely different. But I don't know. I started to get some faith. But it is such a great feeling to know that these Texas Longhorns are going to be playing for the college football playoff and for a chance to win the national championship. What's really cool, you might have seen my tweet yesterday. Here, hold on, wait 1 second. Yeah, I put it up right here. So I made this tweet. You had the same matchup in the Alamo Bowl, and then now the Sugar Bowl. We got a ton of content that's going to be coming over the next month when we're talking about specifically this national championship, not national, college football playoff semifinal. But, man, I mean, this is actually a legit rematch. There were 78 players to take a snap in the Alamo Bowl last year. 76.9% of those players should be playing, but they are on roster for the Washington and Texas teams. We have 31 returning players. They have 29 returning players from last year's game. This is going to be a very fun match to watch between Texas and Washington. You got Michael Penix, who just is coming off an amazing game. So is Quinn Ewers. This is two high-flying offenses really, Texas hasn't been as high-flying as Washington, but we just showed that we definitely have the capability to go put that high-flying offense out on the field. This should be a good game. Texas is an early 4-point favorite to win the game. The other matchup is Alabama. So, in case you hadn't noticed, or in case you haven't figured this out, or you live under a rock, because I'm kind of late making this video. Florida State. Sorry, I am very sorry. Like that sucks. That sucks. And this is one of the situations where like I can hear arguments from both sides of Alabama should be in, Florida State should be in, and I don't think there's a wrong decision. I don't think there's a right decision either. It sucks, but a great example of why we need the 12-team playoff, because everybody's been saying, oh, well, you're just going to have this problem later on down the road. It's going to be with the 12 teams and the 16 teams. What? No. They're gonna chirp up, but it's not going to hit the same as a 12-0 or 13-0 Florida State saying, hey, we didn't lose a single game and we're not getting in. What? Right? The teams that are going to be down 12 and 16, they're going to be sitting there with 2 to 3 losses. So you might debate 1 or 2 losses, but at the end of the day, it's going to be like, hey, man, y'all should have won more games. Like, quit crying about, being the 15th team or the 13th team, being the one team that's left out, right? You got to win games. That'll be at a premium next year. But if you're a 0-loss team, a 1-loss team, you're getting in. You're getting in. So I don't really see that I hear the arguments. I just don't agree with it. Now, so Alabama versus Michigan. Alabama is an early favorite. Texas has a chance to do something that's never been done. I mentioned on this morning's show on Orange Bloods Live. If y'all tuned in, I really appreciate that. Tune in, go drop a like on that. Texas Longhorns have a chance to. We've already beaten Alabama. Then this has never been done before. And now there's only been a 4-team playoff since 2014. But I'd venture you can probably go a lot further back and treat this as like the top 4 teams as a playoff, and then it'll still hold true. There's never been a team in the college football playoff that the national champion has beaten every single team in the playoff. Now, part of that is because they can't play every single team. Once the other semifinalist loses, they're out, and you're not going to face them. There's no losers bracket. There's nothing like that comes back into play. Texas has already beaten Alabama. If Michigan were to beat Alabama, and Texas beats Washington, and Texas plays Michigan in the national championship, and then we beat Michigan in the national championship, Texas will have beaten Alabama. We'll have beaten Washington. We'll have beaten Michigan. And then I don't believe in doing the transitive property, but if you want to go and say, well, Alabama's beaten Georgia, okay? Washington's beaten Oregon. Michigan's beaten Ohio State. I mean, like, this is the first time that there could be a actual, like, true and there is absolutely zero dispute to the national champion. Florida State, they can holler all they want, but I can promise you, if it ends up being Texas as the national champion, Florida State, you were done. You were done before you could ever. The whole hypothetical. Oh well, what if they played? Yeah, what if they played versus the top run defense in the nation? What if the only part of their offense that's working at this point would have played versus the top run defense in the nation? I'm not even, like I said, there's no right or wrong decision. I'm not saying that it was right to leave them out. I'm just saying if we're end up being national champions and they want to start piping up, you let them know real quickly about what they would have been facing if they had even gotten a chance to face Texas. They're undoubtedly going to be. They're going to start blaming the law. They're going to blame whatever loss they get on Georgia on. Oh well, we had opt-outs and all that stuff, and we didn't have our best players. Stop it. So this has been a little bit of a celebration. If you want to see like a true, just absolute, like legit celebration fest, go tune into Fanatic Perspective. He did a live stream the other day, Sundays specifically. So yesterday, did a live stream, and I hopped on there halfway through. I was there with Kieran, Tran, Steven from Fanatic, obviously Fanatic Perspective, Steven. But us four, we were just sitting there celebrating. It was a good old time. Go tune into that, and you get a little bit more of the. Yeah, let's go. I'm like, hey, look, I still got it in me. Okay, I am pumped. I'm happy. The Texas Longhorns are headed to the college football playoff. I will see y'all in New Orleans. Hook 'em!